that'll go. Hey guys, welcome back to Over Your New Read. We have special guest, Linz. Welcome.
Hello, I'm back.
Omar's also a special guest, but you know, Linz is a rarer pull. So
okay, wow, I'm pretty rare too. You know, this if I was a Pokemon pack, I'd be the rare one in the back. You only get one, right? And not uncommon.
I don't know.
How the hell do you not know? I know you know Pokemon or Magic the trading cards or
Magic the trading cards.
Shut up. I never play.
I know One Piece cards, but I don't know like what the things are called.
Thank you for sharing that, James. This is Lynn's channel. She's also on Instagram, and how I found her is on TikTok because of the TikTok algorithm. There's actually some good people I found on the TikTok algorithm. So, Lynn, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I did not prepare. I never know what to say. So I'm Linz. I love to post about Marvel. That's basically all I post about. So, yeah. I suck at introductions. I'm sorry, guys.
How long have you been reading comics?
I've been reading consistently since 2020.
2020. Okay. So what was the book or what was the movie? What was the TV show that, or maybe even a cover that you saw that you were like, oh, I'd like to read comic books. I've always heard about them.
Good question. Well, I wasn't really aware that I wasn't really that aware of comic books. I always thought like they were rare, like they weren't a real thing. And then they had bought my little brother some comics. It was the first Epic collection of Spider-Man. I think that was like our first comic book. And then from there, I eventually discovered Marvel Unlimited and then been reading since. Yeah.
And if that terrible app can still make you want to read comic books, that's big.
I've been on the DC Infinite app and I was like, wait, why is this so bad?
It's so nice. It's so nice.
Yeah.
Once I can find the comic book I need on Marvel Unlimited, I'm like, oh, this is great. Oh, I'm so happy. And it's like finding it is so hard.
Is Marvel with webtoons now, or how does that work? I don't know.
I saw that, yes.
So they're going to be starting to distribute digitally through there. By the way, this is the home of collected edition, so I know nothing about digital outside of what Maddie and Linz are telling me right now.
I didn't even know what webtoons was, but a while ago I saw it announced that like Marvel was going to be on there or something. So I don't know how that works.
Makes sense because there's some DC comics that have been on webtoon, like Wayne's Family Adventures and a few others. Not too surprised, but anyways. We're here to talk about our Patreon pick of the month to round out our spooky reads of October. And that is Demon Bear, which is issues 18, 19, and 20 of New Mutants. Mm-hmm. Now, last week, I couldn't remember what it was called. I think I said Spooky Bear.
Spooky Bear. Yes, that sounds just as terrifying as Demon Bear.
But we were talking about Demon Bear, which I also did not realize that one New Mutants movie or whatever was based on.
Yeah, actually it is. It is based on this arc. Yeah.
And I haven't seen it, so that didn't help or hurt it. So.
Well, it definitely hurt it because we only got one movie and we didn't.
Was it not very good?
It was okay. Honestly, it felt like a pilot to a TV show.
Okay.
That's what it felt like.
So I think we'll probably be leaning on you a lot, Omar, for context around this. Because Linz and I talked before this, and I don't have a lot of context around what is happening. I've never read New Mutants unless we've read
this is
yeah.
Okay.
So like I know Danny Morningstar?
Moonstar.
Moonstar. So I know
Okay.
Danny Moonstar, and I know Magic, of course, right? But like, I don't really know everybody else with the context, except for like, I'm aware of like what's been going on with Magic around this time.
Whoa! You don't know Kentucky represent Cannonball?
Wait, Cannonball's from Kentucky?
Uh-huh. I think he's from like Covington, Kentucky.
What?
So, I swear, dude, like he's from Kentucky, like wherever there's no coal mines, that's where he's from. But that's where his daddy died in the coal mines because he's from Kentucky. That's all we do here.
Aw.
Urban. But and he's got 35 brothers and sisters. That's no lie. Husk's sister, as was Icarus. They happen to be mutants. Icarus is dead. Husk is still a big part of X-Men. So okay, I'm gonna give you all Linz, how much of New Mutants do you know?
Nothing. The movie. That's as much as I know.
Oh, so you saw the movie. You saw the movie.
Yes, I did see the movie, yeah. A long time ago, once. So I barely even remembered. I had to like Google as I was reading. I was like, oh yeah, I remember. Oh yeah, it's that one person from the movie.
It's that one person from the movie is what I strive people to see.
Oh yeah, I did try to look up a couple things like.
Okay, well you all tell me what you were confused about, and let me.
I wasn't confused. I just.
Okay.
Because
so,
this is go into it.
All right, so really quick, and I mean really quick, and it's probably not going to be quick. So there was X-Men, right? Like you had the Uncanny X-Men, started in 1963. Then there was Giant Size in 1975. They formed a new team. Cyclops cried because he lost Jean Grey. And then he took a break from the X-Men. The X-Men went to space along with Professor Xavier. They came actually no, he stayed behind. Now, when the X-Men came back from space during one of their Brood missions, they found a bunch of kids living in the X-Mansion because Professor Xavier thought the X-Men were dead. And that really happened. Like he thought the X-Men died in space, and he was like, oh my gosh, I need to have some like new students. This can't be. All my students are dead, and no one else wants to talk to me because everybody's mad at me because I'm Professor X. So in issue 167, when the Uncanny X-Men came back, that's where they found a bunch of kids sitting in their living room and like, who the hell are these kids? And it's the New Mutants. That wasn't their first appearance. The first appearance was actually in Marvel graphic novel. I think it's graphic novel number 4, whenever they were doing original graphic novels, like number 1 being the death of Captain Marvel. Number 4, I think, was the New Mutants, but that's where they first appeared. So we're introduced to the next era of mutants, which is, let me see, there's Rain Sinclair, who is the Irish girl, very Catholic and a lot of Christian beliefs, and also turns into a werewolf. So that's Wolfsbane. You have Cannonball, Sam Guthrie, from Kentucky. I think he is from Covington, Kentucky, and who can make himself into a cannonball, like he can fly. You have Roberto de la Costa, who's from Brazil, and he is Sunspot, who can like absorb energy from the sun and turn really strong, and also like that he's that pure black, like shadowy character. Who else is here during this time? Moonstar, Danielle Moonstar, calling herself Mirage because her power is a little different. I don't want to spoil what happens later, but she can make like grab images from your dreams and mind and kind of throw them on you.
It's like I guess. Well, yeah, I might have spoiled myself, but is that like your great? She can project your greatest fear, right?
Yes, and then later on, she finds out that she has like Valkyrie blood in her, and that she was a Valkyrie and takes her to Asgard. There's also Magma. This is another thing that happens in comics, but there's a lot of retcons. Magma, let's just say for now, is from this secret, like hidden Roman civilization in the Amazon jungle. They found her, and she's a mutant. She has like volcanic powers.
Okay.
And Ileana Rasputin, who has a very weird story that is Colossus's sister, and everybody's hot for magic right now.
Well, and she's at this point been de-aged and re-aged?
No. She okay.
Or is she normal right now?
So really quick, Ileana she first appeared in Giant Size X-Men number 1 with her brother. She was a little girl. She was like 5 years old.
Yeah.
From time to time, she would come and visit her brother because it was her brother. And then she stayed with the X-Men for a little bit. And then during this one mission, she gets dragged into limbo by this demon-looking guy named Belasco. And time flows different in limbo. So in the same issue, she goes into limbo and she comes out a teenager, like a 13-year-old girl. Even though she was 5 when she left, but she did grow up to be a teenager. And Professor X really didn't know what to do with her or Kitty Pryde. Like there were talks of like, well, let's make Kitty Pryde a New Mutant because that's where all the kids are. And that's where that famous Professor Xavier is a jerk line comes from, because it was like, I'm going to make you into a New Mutant. And that was the very beginning and also my very first comic book of all time, Uncanny X-Men 168. Okay. So during this time, I think the only one that is missing is Karma, because she was off looking for her brother and sister. Magma's the new character that joined the team. And we actually get another appearance of another important character through here, and that is Warlock. Not Adam Warlock, not the guy with the soul gem or soul stone in his forehead, but Self-Friend Warlock, like the robotic looking dude. He makes the first appearance here, crashing through Asteroid M. Okay, so that kind of gives you a quick little synopsis as to how we're here in issue number 18. By the way, before this, one more thing I have to say. Bill Sienkiewicz had not been drawing this. He had been drawing Moon Knight. And Marvel noticed the sales of Moon Knight just fly when this guy was on art. They were like, we don't know what this guy's doing, but he's not your traditional Marvel artist. Let's put him on a different book whose sales are okay, but should be doing better. And by all means, that's New Mutants. This is an X-Men book. It's the second ongoing series of Mutants by Chris Claremont. There was no other before this. There were miniseries, but nothing like this. And the sales weren't that great. A lot of people attributed that to probably the art, but then Bill Sienkiewicz is like, shit, I got this. And
let me show you some crazy stuff.
And he does. I mean, issue number 17 was his first issue, but 18, 19, 20, oh my gosh. 21, those are on another level. It's crazy. And okay, there we go. That's where we are now. Okay. Demon Bear.
So, Demon Bear. Mm-hmm. So, I'm going to ignore the kind of side plot stuff in this. The stuff that's not the main stuff with Danny, like with Warlock and other stuff, because I don't really know what's happening there. But Danny's getting visions of this spirit bear that she thinks is like the reason that her parents died. So she had visions of this bear, which is like her dad's greatest fear, this demon bear. And then they went off to like search in the woods and ended up dying there. So she's blamed herself, and now she's having visions of this bear.
You're right. She's using visions. She's going to Psyche, not Mirage. She doesn't use the title Mirage until later. Right now, her code name is Psyche. Not that that's super important, but I needed to correct myself before some dude on the internet went.
Oh, actually, Omar.
Actually, yeah. Go ahead.
So she's panicking. She's having a ton of visions of this. She's talking to everybody else in their crew, and you know, I think it was like Sam. Maybe that was like, magic's not real. Calm down. She's even having Magic help her in the danger room to kind of fight off this bear and have these like potential fights with it. And this back and forth is going until eventually she sees the bear while she's out, and we see her as almost having defeated the bear, and she feels proud of herself. But then the rest of the New Mutants show up, and they see her like bloodied up in the snow by herself, and so she rushed to the hospital. And in that moment, the New Mutants have to come together to fight the spirit, the demon bear, both like in person in the real world, but also in, I forgot what that world is called. But in the demon bear's world, which has a name, but I've forgotten it now.
What realm is that? The dream realm, or
but it has like a. I meant to screenshot. I didn't take notes like I normally do.
Oh, Maddie.
I'm sorry.
I'm kidding.
Hold on, let me pull it up.
But there's this moment where, like, you know, we learn about like Magic's power, where she's able to kind of use her own ability to make like a psychic or like magical barrier to help protect. And so the bear just transports all of them to the other world, where they have to fight him there. And we learn that the demon bear is able to take people from our world or wherever and transform their bodies into other things and control them in a very cool way.
Yeah.
That's my briefest, quick synopsis before we talk about like how it all ends up and stuff.
So the other thing that might have been a little confusing because everything is so interconnected when it comes to Marvel Comics and X-Men, but this is legit the first appearance of Rachel Summers. She shows up in issue number 18.
Okay, I thought that's who it was.
As a traveler from, you don't know where she's from. Like, I know she's appeared earlier, right, in the pages of Days of Future Past, which we did on the channel many years ago.
Yeah.
But this is her coming to the 616 universe in this timeline and trying to prevent the death of Professor Xavier because she knows what's going to happen. It's really interesting because then after this, she goes over to X-Men, of course, and will eventually join the X-Men. But she does make an appearance through here.
And she shows up and sees magic and is confused, like, why does she look the same age now as she did when I saw her and she was dead?
Oh, the Badlands. Is that what it was called? Badlands? I think that's what the dream world is called.
Wait, I think so. I try to look for it, but it doesn't say on this page, so.
Okay. Yeah, so there is a lot of things that happen through here.
So I'm assuming, like, because when I was reading about, like, trying to look at the different, like, synopses and people talking about stuff, sometimes I do that if I don't know all the context about things.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a lot of people call this story a classic, and I wasn't sure if it was just because of, the new artist, or if I assume that this is Magic's first time with, like, the armor and her, like, how her powers are manifesting, or no?
I think it's a classic because if you had read, like, New Mutants 1 through 17, they do feel like borrowed. I mean, okay, we got Sentinels you got to fight in the first issue.
Yeah.
You've got Team America that they team up with, which is the motorcycle people that are no longer relevant. I know it was a thing at Marvel Comics at the time. It seems like it really borrowed heavy from X-Men, and they try to do their own thing, and they were just there was even an ad when Bill Sienkiewicz came on board that it was like, don't call them X-babies anymore.
I saw that one. Yeah, a couple people brought that up.
That legit was a house hat in Marvel Comics.
Well, and the picture was cute for that too. I recommend looking it up because
it's this cute. Felt more like a mature like switching it up that notch to that mature level of like, wow, they're not even doing this kind of stuff on X-Men, because it does feel like a big nightmare. You don't know what's real, what isn't. This is actually one of what I don't know if you all caught this, because there's a very, very Chris Claremont trope in here that happens in, I think it's in the second issue, if I'm not mistaken, where he takes this character, he's the police officer, Tom Corsi, and then the nurse Sharon Friedlander, who, by the way, will become characters in New Mutants and will stick around for a long time.
Oh, really?
Until Scott Lobdell decides to kill. Anyway, but one of the things he does is in this, those are white people, but because of the Demon Bear, like they become.
It turns them Native American.
Yeah. And that's a very Chris Claremont trope to later on to do it with Psylocke, and like it happens a few more times. But I remember as a kid, that was the first time that it happened. I'm like, wow, like that thing was so powerful. It was like able to change their race.
Yeah, and I like how that happened. They're like, we can't fix it.
Yeah, there's no going back.
No, they're like that. That's just how it is now.
See, when that happened, I was confused. I was like, okay, maybe I understood incorrectly. I don't know.
Yes, this does end up leading into Legion, which is another like, what the hell is going on? Because of course he's got multiple mutants living inside of him, and each one has their own abilities. But yeah, this was the for the time, and honestly, I just reread it for the show. I really do think this is definitely a classic story, because I wanted to pick, whenever I put it up on a Patreon, like a horror comic, but also with a splash of superhero. Like, I put Batman Arkham Asylum in there. I put this, and there was another book that I picked that was superheroes. But this surprisingly won over Batman Arkham Asylum. So I really thought people liked that more. But I don't know. There's just it's an interesting time for New Mutants where they have to grow up pretty quick. And how much of Professor X did you see in this story?
Not a lot.
Right, so it's kind of like they're set out on their own.
Yeah, because it feels like the whole time they're just kind of taking care of themselves and dealing with all this by themselves until like, Professor X shows up and he's like, "Don't worry, I've read your minds. I know everything that happened. I've sent people to help you." Like at the end,
he was gone. Like, yeah, we get it. He's gone. He's gone.
Yeah,
don't worry. You don't have to explain anything to me.
There was no Jean. There was nobody to bail them out. It's the kids trying to figure it out themselves too.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is the story that does lead into Legion. You still got a few more issues before Legion, but Legion is 20. What is it? 25, 26, and 27, I think is what it is. Yeah. So this does feel like a nightmare story, right? Like it's and honestly, Bill Sienkiewicz's art, I think, fits the
It
tone
was very cool.
story.
Like his art was really when he transformed the cop and the nurse.
Mm-hmm.
The way that they looked was really cool, and the way the bear looked was cool. I've never expected like a. It's a very interesting choice of like a.
And the covers
monster.
are so beautiful. Oh, sorry.
I'll highlight you.
Yeah, he does fully painted covers. Trying to think of what else was in here that might be a little bit confusing. Oh, the Starjammers do show up. I forgot about that because they're up in space, and this is during the time when Carol Danvers was binary, and she was part of the Starjammers.
Oh yeah.
So it's pretty cool. Like if you know a little bit about
showed up, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, so you know who that is, right? And you're like, oh, that's binary. Cool. Yeah, his covers are wicked, man. This is one of my favorite pages.
Yeah.
The double page spread, the
Badlands. Cool.
Yeah, so that's what it's called, the Badlands. This dream.
Yeah, it feels very like modern comic style. Like a horror manga or horror comic style.
Yeah, and I mean, and it is creepy with like the bear that has like the human facial features. And oh man, Magic is so badass in this. It's weird that like she was a character that was kind of written out later on, because they didn't know what to do with her exactly. But there was a time when everybody was crazy about Magic, and now it seems like everybody's crazy about Magic too. Marvel rival. I don't think she's gonna go. I don't think they'll ever de-age her ever again. Like she's just way too popular.
She's too cool.
or kill her.
Wait, so is she currently still like 13 years old?
I think she's an older teen now.
I think she's not 18. She's got to be 18 now, right? Because I think she was older.
Because they have to make her hot, so they can't do.
Well, I think by the time she was in Uncanny X-Men by Bendis, I think
she's 19,
18 at that point, because she was wearing the Chris Bachalo outfit, which is a really cool outfit. But Maddie's right; it's pretty sexy. So maybe to play it safe, they were like, let's just say she's over 18,
which I think is smart.
Right? We don't want to be called out for that. But what about you, Linz? How much New Mutants stuff did you know? How much X-Men stuff did you know before reading this?
How much did I know?
Mm-hmm. Like what did you know? Did you know any of the characters going into this?
Wait, could you repeat that? You're like lagging.
Oh, I'm lagging?
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's probably on my end though.
Yeah, I think so. You're good for me.
Okay, so I was wondering how much of the New Mutants stuff did you know? Like the characters or X-Men in general?
Okay, so New Mutants, I had never read anything. Again, the only knowledge that I had was from the movie, which I only watched it once and like a few years ago. X-Men, I do know a little bit more, but yeah, New Mutants, this was the first thing that I'd ever read about them, which I love. So it gave me an opportunity to like, dive into something that I probably wouldn't have before.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's.
Was there any part that you were lost in? Like you were confused? Okay.
I had to read it twice because the first time I was like, okay. And that's how I was doing my Googling. And then afterward, I watched some videos and I was like, okay, I think now I can go into it and like understand more, have more context. So I did enjoy it more the second time around. What else? But yeah. Oh, the warlock part. The warlock part, that I was like, what is going on here? Like, I did not know that was the first time I read it. I didn't know that was his first appearance. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
So that's a little bit why the Starjammers are showing up, right? So Warlock is escaping from his home planet. So you're supposed to be confused. That's like, especially if you don't even know who these characters are. You have this character that will be showing up in issue 21, the Slumber Party issue. I wish we had read one more, where he kind of makes his full appearance, and he is creepy looking in the way that Bill Sienkiewicz designed him, and the way that he looks and his powers, and even in the way that he talks, he's kind of, it's a bit of an oddball. But that is completely fine to be confused in. You know, he's not a character that had appeared before, so I'm glad. It's so cool because now you have access. I don't know how Marvel Unlimited works, but you have access to the internet. So if a character shows up, I don't know if Marvel Unlimited will let you like tap on a name and be like, "Here's everything you need to know about."
That would be so
You
cool.
can search by character, but yeah, I should do that. That's a good idea.
I just gave them $1 million idea or a $500 idea. I think that would be cool, right? If I was a kid, I'd be like, "Who the hell is this guy?" Click. Oh, I just learned everything I needed to know.
God, you know how easy Hick Vengers would be to read?
You would be clicking like every 5 seconds. Who the hell's that guy? Who's
context?
Oh,
What does this mean? So good.
So what did you all think of the story?
I mean, I like the art a lot, and I like magic. So I'm always happy to see magic. I think for me, I didn't have a lot of connection to these characters outside of this. And so the story itself, I felt like wasn't deep enough for me to connect with. Because there's other X-Men stories we've read that like I could be thrown in the middle of and I'm just fine. I have a good time. It doesn't matter because the story itself builds those like those connections and characterization. The story speaks for itself. I think that for me, it didn't. It wasn't really my kind of thing. Like, I think the bear looked cool. I think the art looked really cool, but I didn't really care about anybody. But that's because I just don't have. I haven't spent time with the characters. So for me, I'm like, this is neat, but that's it. Which is not what I wanted to say coming in. But I've been killing it with the other X-Men reviews, so it's okay if I have a not great one sometimes.
No, that's okay. It does. I will say, at least for me, it felt like a different type of Chris Claremont comic. Like, definitely outside of what I think we've read so far, maybe with the exception of like aspects of the Days of Future Past. What about you, Linz? What did you think of the story? 3 issues.
I would say that I definitely enjoyed it more the second time when I had context. The first time around, I was just like, kind of just, okay, I have no idea what's going on, what's happening. But with the context, I don't know. I think I enjoyed it because I just have the context of issues 18 through 20. Yeah. But based off those issues, like it seemed like they didn't fully like trust each other yet. And like by the end of it, like all of them working together for Danny, like I thought that was nice. Because in the beginning, I remember Danny was like that she didn't trust them, telling them about the bear. And then with Ileana, like they kept mentioning that like they also didn't trust her, or they kept making comments at her, which I thought was interesting.
New to the team. So that's why she was new to the team. I think she joined in issue number 15. So she had just joined like 3 issues before. And because she's Kitty's best friend, they didn't really trust her. They thought they sent her in to like kind of like babysit them. Even though they're all kind of technically older than she is because she was aged up.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought it would have been nice for Danny to help more with the bear, since it was like, I get like, you know, Ileana had her moment, but also I think it would have been nice to like see Danny be more involved with like taking down the bear, you know?
Yeah, I agree. Because it is kind of weird, like, you know, I'm glad because I like to see how Ileana does it, everything, because I love her and she can do no wrong. But it's interesting because like this is Danny's struggle, right? And yet, and Danny wasn't. You would hope that because it's like a dream thing or like a, you know, not really dream thing, but that she would have a more autonomy and like helping and doing things. I think it's kind of a bummer to see like her demons have been fought without her in a way. And I would have liked to see her more involved in that. Of course, you know, maybe because I'm missing some issues prior to that. I don't know if that helps with it, but then Demon Bear comes back, right?
He does, yeah, and it will always be anything that was popular or sold rather well during that era of New Mutants will always come back. Yeah. Let's see here. New Mutants 13 through 31 and annual number 1 are all considered directly relevant to the Demon Bear. It's hard, right? Because it's like, where do you start? You could technically start at issue number 1, and you know, I guess that's kind of relevant, right? Because it introduces the characters. But with issue 13, that's the Kitty Pryde issue, and then leading into the Magic issue. I don't know.
You're trying to circle in.
Yeah, I think officially the saga is 18 through 20. And believe me, I wanted to expand. I was like, oh, let's go to 21. But if you go to 21, there's really very little of Demon Bear saga in there. It's more of like, let's introduce Warlock to the characters.
I mean, I'm down to read more.
That's what I love
after reading, because it was like last month or a month before where I had like at least a couple of X-Men reads on the show. Like I went back, I haven't gotten far, so I'm not gonna. But I did start at the beginning of Uncanny.
Mm-hmm.
But like, don't get excited.
So after I read this, I did go back. I believe it's everyone's first appearance, or the New Mutants, the Marvel graphic novel number 4.
Yeah,
I didn't finish it by the time today, but I was reading like them being introduced, and that was fun. Like I enjoyed that. So I feel like if I would have read that first and then jumped into this, I would have appreciated it more. I don't know.
Oh, I love
I think I'm gonna go back and read because I've got Friday off, so I'm like, I'll go back and read some.
Yeah, there's some killer stories in here. You know, New Mutants was always the not top seller, but also had some underrated gems.
I always like like the offshoot X-Men groups though.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
Personally, Demon Bear is in my top 3 stories of all time.
I dig it, man. It's one of my favorites too.
Sorry.
I'm being really serial Demon Man Bear big is a real problem. It's huge, dude. I got sucked into reading all the New Mutants from reading Crushing Crisis Magic reading order. I just need to know what all happened with everyone else 99 issues later. It will, but I mean, that's the beauty of comic books, right? You find something you like, or you find a character you like, and you're like, wait, I kind of want to know more about this dude or this chick and where they started and where they are now. That's the way I was when I was a kid. Like, to me, it was X-Men, right? And then when they had a guest appearance, and even like lame characters that nobody else cared about, like, oh, I wonder what Solo is up to, or Sleepwalker. Although Sleepwalker did have a series, but I think that's what makes an interconnected universe so cool, and why the movies worked for such a long time. It's like everything is connected, and one thing will lead into another. But yeah, that was the point of a lot of these stories. I would love to see an era. I think I'm with Peter. We both agree that I would love to, retire some of the X-Men. I know that will never happen, and give the New Mutants like their heyday and make them actual X-Men. I mean, some of them have.
It's hard, right? Because like when you think about the younger characters, like the legacy characters, a lot of them don't. They're like stilted forever,
and
they don't always get to have their time.
How much time they have playing with the big boys.
Yeah.
Like Cannonball was an X-Men for a while. I think it lasted maybe 2-3 years. I mean, it happens to DC too, right? Nightwing becoming a member of the Justice League
Titans
Red
are
Arrow.
Right now. Yeah, Red Arrow did too. Because Titans right now are part of the Justice League, but they're doing their own thing. Luckily, that series is going well right now. So, but I mean, they'll take them away from me whenever they feel like it. So I'm enjoying it right now, and they'll take it away from me.
It's like a treasure hunt. I love going back and finding all the goodies.
Yeah.
Not all of them are winners. The Exterminators, Fallen Angels. Fallen Angels is the one miniseries, whether it's the new Krakoa Fallen Angels or the original 8-issue by Mary Jo Duffy, I just never cared for. Daydreamers, that was okay in Generation X. Started reading X-Men from the beginning recently. I just finished up to Uncanny Volume 4. Now I'm finishing up New Mutants Volume 1. Dude, you survived the Silver Age X-Men. God bless you. I know that's where Linz likes to start at the beginning.
I haven't gotten to the X-Men. I haven't read that much Silver Age this month, but I have been waiting to because I want to read some more X-Men stuff. And I was like, I know everyone says not the Silver Age stuff, but I want to try a few.
But that's the thing, though, man. If you dig it, that's what's up. That's cool.
And I haven't read those issues before, I think. But I wanna go back and see.
I mean, and they're not all stinkers. Some of them are pretty solid. And this was before the internet, so the fun of comic book conventions and physical stores was the hunt for. Oh yeah, I think I've shared so many stories about like waiting 20-something years to finally like get those missing issues because I like the comic book stores or comic conventions I would go to was either too much or I just couldn't find it. Yes,
it's nice because like there's still unfortunately a lot of series that aren't collected, so sometimes you can find like I was doing The Titans, which when I finally reread it isn't very good, but it doesn't matter.
Is that the one?
3 issues left of that.
The Judd Winnick series?
Yes.
Like it's spun out of the Outsiders and then they relaunched it. I think Ian Churchill did the first few issues.
I think so.
I know we're talking about New Mutants right now, but I think that's
sorry. I can't stop talking about Titans.
It's okay. Sam and Bobby became Avengers. That's right. That was during the Jonathan Hickman era of the Avengers. And one of them even went on to have a kid. Which comes back to
reading Peach Momoko's X-Men. I really like that.
Yo, me too.
It's
Ultimate
so
X-Men.
good. It's so good.
I hear like
and the art's so good. But I've loved Peach Momoko for years. So she can do no wrong.
Let's be real. We're just reading a Junji Ito story, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I don't care.
It's so good.
It's so good.
So good. I know people complain about it. I don't think
they're wrong.
But you know, it's something that we bitch about. We're like, oh man, I'm so tired of X-Men like doing the same thing over and over again. And now we're getting something completely different. And people still bitch like, well, I didn't want it that different. I mean, you still have to have it at heart, like be the X-Men. It's got to be mutants that I recognize. I'm like, no, man, throw me a bunch of Japanese.
Recognize they're just now Japanese high school.
They're not in your face about it. Like,
it's fine.
No, some of them are a little hard to figure out. I'm like, who's that supposed to be? I love it, man. I think it's a great series. It's gonna suck when all this ends in, I guess, when a couple more months, right?
So no.
When the Ultimate Universe is ending. Well, for now, until it's relaunched.
That's the only bit of it I've touched, so I'd have no idea. Because I'm not a Marvel girl first. So
what
the
kind
DC
of girl
stuff
are
I
you
know. The DC stuff I'm actually catching up now. I guess I have been reading. I lied. I have been reading. It's just been DC stuff.
Okay.
Like absolute.
Oh, so is there anything else you all wanted to talk about the story?
We do have to. Oh yeah, we do have to rate it. But I'll let you guys. If you have anything else to talk about story first, you can.
No, I love coming back to these 3 issues. I think they're the ones that really showed what the New Mutants could be about without having to recycle X-Men storylines.
Mm-hmm.
And gave us a creepy ass story with some phenomenal artwork.
Oh yeah, the art's fantastic.
You'll see Cabbage. Linz, you're our guest. What would you rate this out of 10?
Out of 10?
The Demon Bear Saga.
I'm scared.
Just be honest. It's okay.
Just be honest.
6? 6. I'll say 6.
6 out of 10? 6 is good.
Okay. 6.
I was gonna say the same actually. So, because I mean, I like it, but it didn't land with. I don't think it's something I will come back to unless I read some more. But like right now, it's not sitting with me in any way.
I give this a 9.5 out of 10. I love it. It's not my favorite New Mutant story, but it's up there. I think it's great. It's a lot of fun and creepy. It's got that right amount of creepiness to it.
There's a road trip story. Sorry.
What's that?
I just saw this comment, and now I want to read this. I love
that's
road
with
trip.
Adam Polino on artwork, and it was when John Francis Moore was doing that.
That looks fun.
My Mutant read-through just got up to Grant Morrison.
Nice. mean, Mark's been working on that for a while.
It takes a while, especially if you're diving into everything. Asgardian Wars is just beautiful. A lot of it because of Arthur Adams. 8 out of 10, keeping the omnibus for the story. Just for the story? Oh, just for those 3 issues? No, there's so much good stories in here, like Legion and the Asgardian Wars. What else is in here?
So Legion is in this?
Legion shows up in issue. Actually, he makes his first appearance in New Mutants. It's issue 25, I think. They mentioned him. So I think it's like 26, 27, and 28. And that's the lead. It's like, I think it's actually called Legion Quest.
Okay. Have we read that? Or am I crazy?
You're crazy. We have not read it, though. What's up, D. Marcel? And I loved it. 8.5, 9 out of 10. Now we need to try Generation X. We need to try Excalibur if Maddie likes Off the Wall X-Men stories.
I mean, I'm down.
Oh, man, I would love for them to reprint this. I know reprints will be coming back, but I don't know the list yet. Probably, well, not anytime soon. We got all the books up to July of 2026, and it's not there. Does this have the Magic miniseries? Yes, it does. This does have the original Magic miniseries. Plus, it's got the Uncanny X-Men issues where, like, Rachel shows up. Because remember when I said Rachel shows up in issue number 18 here?
Yeah.
And eventually you see her jumping over to Uncanny X-Men. It's also got Uncanny X-Men 160, 167, 180, 189, and 192. 160 is important because that's where Ileana gets transported into limbo. So it leads. So, yeah, you remember when I said that she steps out and she's a teenager? You don't really know what's going on until the Magic miniseries. Like, I mean, she tells you what happened.
Yeah.
But you get to see how she grew up in limbo in the Magic miniseries. And that was really cool because there's like demonic versions of Storm and Nightcrawler and Shadowcat, I think it was with Kitty Pryde. Yes, Excalibur, right? Did I hear Morrison? I won't say it. The new readers won't know, but you all know. I think we should do E for Extinction. We've never done E for Extinction, and I think that's a good one if you're looking at the Morris. That's the very first one.
Do you want to do that next month?
Oh, you know I'm always up for X-Men. What about you, Linz? What's something you like to read that you haven't yet?
What is something that I would like to read that I haven't?
Yeah.
I would say any X-Men stuff. I feel like I love the X-Men, but I haven't really read a lot of them. I feel like there's a lot, and I don't know. It's always been hard for me to like jump into something.
Yeah.
How much X-Men have you read?
A couple issues, probably like the first issue of Chris Claremont. The few issues from Silver Age, and I recently read some Astonishing X-Men. I didn't finish the whole series, but I did.
But have you read All New Wolverine?
No.
Well, we have to fix that. You gotta read my girl.
I do love All New Wolverine.
God, it's so good. I'll read it a million times.
It is
10 out of 10.
All new Wolverine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wasn't a fan of Laura at all, but that run, oh my gosh, that run almost made me a fan of the Ken, and I can't stand that character. But I love Laura. She's awesome. Oh, and Honey Badger.
Honey Badger. Oh, it's so good.
Yes. So. Yeah, I think for next time, if you all want to do an X-Men, Linz, you're always invited back.
Yeah, do you want to come back next month, Linz?
Sure.
Do X-Men? Because we could do X-Men.
You just tell me which Tuesday you're free, and if Omar's free then too. I haven't scheduled any of November. The only Tuesday I can't do is next week because I have to present at a conference like a professional.
Wow, you're such a pro. I think. Let me put it on Patreon and see what they vote for. Because I know I got to go back unless James has like a master list of everything that we've done.
He does.
Of course he does. That's my dude. And let me see. I know we haven't done any Grant Morrison. I know we haven't done any of Astonishing X-Men. But I'd like to reading a little bit more of X-Men and then reading Astonishing really is how you do it right. Trying to think of what else we could do. I know we've done for my birthday month. I know we always do X-Men events. Like I think the next one is Fall of the Mutants. Yes, you asked me to make one a few years ago. Okay, thank you, James.
Wait, Omar, when's your birthday?
March.
March.
I don't have a birthday, Linz. I have a birthday
It's
month.
month.
I'm such a spoiled rotten brat. Just on my channel, that's it. No one else gives a shit. Have any of you read Batman Arkham Asylum Living Hell by Dan Slott? I have, and they just reprinted it. It's solid. Final Crisis. She wants to read Final Crisis. Oh my gosh. Project Viking. You want her to get a headache? Uncanny X-Men was the first comic I ever bought off the newsstand when Ileana fell into limbo. Dude, that's awesome. That's why you really like these stories too, probably. What is the best Halloween X-Men story? It's so it wasn't dramatic. It's extra.
I do the same thing.
What's a spooky? I mean, outside of this, like,
I mean,
she lies with angels.
I feel like, you know,
It's just
it's not spooky, but it's body horror, like the Wolverine story we read, or it is one I read with Tina. I can't remember.
Weapon X. Or are you talking about Fatal Attraction?
No, Fatal Attraction. As far as like body horror, that's pretty like rough.
Yeah,
all of his like metal is being moved and gross out of his body, and it's like,
you know, I really, really like Uncanny 140. Yeah, 143. It's where Kitty Pryde is left alone in the X Mansion. Everybody goes home for the holidays, and she's 13 years old. She had just made a first appearance about a year and a half ago, and she has to fight off against this demon in the house. Like, I really like that story. It's one of my favorite ones. Brood is really good because it's definite. I mean, it's just aliens, right? Like the movie Aliens. They lay an egg inside of you, and then you start transforming into these creatures. X-Men Branches Dracula is pretty solid. I do like that.
If anyone in the chat wants something, I'll say like spooky adjacent or Halloween adjacent, but also X-Men adjacent, and you play video games. Marvel Midnight Suns is perfect because one, you got Magic in there, and she's great. You've got some of the X-Men. You've got some other Marvel characters like Blade and Captain Marvel and Iron Man, Captain America, and a whole bunch of other ones. And you can fight vampires. And it's great. It's a perfect game. No notes. And they started a book club. That's great.
They started a book club.
Yeah, Blade and Captain America and Wolverine and Captain Marvel start a book club. And they meet and have a book club meeting. And shirts. 10 out of 10 game.
Where did all these book club stories come from? Like, they did it in She-Hulk by Rainbow Rowell.
Blade started it because Captain Marvel loves books and he wanted to get with that. So he started a book club. And then Captain America was like, "Can I join and be friends?" And he's like, "Fine." So good.
I know that like in the Marvel Tales by JMS, it just came out. There was an Agatha Harkness and Aunt May story where they were in a book club, and then they get into a fight.
I need to read that then.
That's awesome. It was so awesome. I don't know if you've read it, but it's so good. I really like that book.
What is it in, or what?
So Marvel Tales is pretty much J. Michael Straczynski, who had written Marvel comics in the past, and unfortunately things didn't. They didn't work out. He got upset over some changes that were made editorially, and that's fine. So he came back to Marvel to start writing some things like he did Captain America, and that was okay. But his Marvel Tales books were so good. They were just one shots. It's like Doctor Doom and Rocket Raccoon was the first issue, and they sort of interconnect. Like, they are interconnected. It's Doctor Doom getting the help of Rocket Raccoon to build a time machine to go back in time to answer the question why. It's actually really solid.
That sounds like my type of series.
Marvel Tales, that's what it's called.
It's called, yeah, but they're all different. Like, there's like it's an unexpected duo, really. It's like Captain America and Volstagg. My favorite one is Spider-Man and the Sinister 16, because it's just Spider-Man and MJ when they were still married, going on a date. And apparently at this restaurant is where like all the superheroes and all the supervillains go and eat. And it's just like having a conversation and then very, very little fighting. It's, oh man, I loved it. What was the other one? Oh, Nick Fury and Fing Fang Foom. That was cute. But the one I was talking about with Agatha Harkness and Aunt May, that book club. That was the backup story to Doctor Strange and the Incredible Hulk, which actually is a really, really deep story. It's solid. Like, I really enjoyed this damn book way more than I thought I did, because I was like, I was one of these guys that was like, oh yeah, JMS he's not who.
Yeah.
I really liked his stuff when he was at Marvel in about 2005. Like a lot of people were like, didn't really like what he did with Spider-Man because of One More Day, but that wasn't necessarily his fault.
Yeah.
But his Thor and his Spider-Man, then of course Midnight Nation, man, all these stories that he did were pretty damn solid. So yeah, this was good.
I'll check out. Oh. I know I did that. Anyways. Yeah.
Okay. Good evening, comic book readers. I advertise this channel on my channel during my Saturday morning show. Great stuff. That's how I found out about Dick Tracy and Letter 44. Well, thank you so much, Orange Phoenix. And he's saying, nice to meet you, Linz and Wonder Man.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, Victor Gischler wrote, I really forgot about this era because it was not that good. The X-Men, The Curse of the Mutants, when they brought back Dracula. It was okay. It was okay. Actually, X-Men Inferno is pretty solid too.
Okay.
Dr. Doom and Rocket Raccoon, sign me up, dude. It's good, like legit good, way better than I thought it was gonna be. Yeah. Now X-Men for next month. I'm in. Let's do it.
Yeah. Perfect. Well, awesome. Do you guys have Halloween plans?
We are taking the girls to their friends' houses, and I don't know what we're doing. We're assuming staying at one of the friends' houses' parents, and I don't know, giving out candy. Old people plans. I used to. Maddie and I, we threw some Halloween parties. Yeah. What about you, man?
No.
What?
No.
You're young.
Okay.
Out there dressing up and having fun.
Well, okay, so I don't like. Well, I don't have plans. So it's like, what am I dressing up for?
Yeah.
And no one trick or treats over here. Everyone does like, you guys know trunk or treat?
Yeah, no one trick or treats by me either.
They do. We didn't get rings last year or the year before that or the year before that.
Yeah.
Like one or two. But apart from that. But at work I do. Okay, so at work I wear like my Spider-Man costume and then like pants over it, and like
Okay.
I'll dress up for work, but that's
Good.
it.
At least you're doing some.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we'll go out and dress up, I think, but
hold up. You ain't going to parties? Linz?
Who? Me?
You? Yeah.
No.
Yo, that means you need to
I need to do schoolwork. I can't be partying.
That's part of school. It's socializing.
Omar's a bad influence.
I'm a
I almost
horrible
do.
influence. Unless
This is my socializing.
All right. Next time I might have a party. I'm gonna invite Linz over to party.
Kentucky.
Take a break from school.
Yeah.
And then watch all the old folks go to bed at like 10:30. You're gonna be like, what?
No, you stay up. Let's not even lie.
Oh, I stay up way too late. I don't ever sleep.
You guys start your live at 8 p.m. I was telling this to Maddie. Isn't that late?
Yo, how old do you think we are? No, it's not late. I ain't gotta be in bed until 8 p.m.
We're gonna be up late Thursday. Oh yeah, Evergreen show.
Oh yeah.
Chat on Thursday. It's horror picks. So get ready for that. We will be live for a while.
A lot. It's a big cast. My buddy Tony Fleece is joining us. He wrote Stray Dogs, and he wrote he's right. Oh, if you all haven't read Local Man, that's one of the best reads of the year. For me anyway. Farrell and Kenny Porter, who's also a comic book writer. He's joining us. My buddy Shannon, who runs Comics Book Pro, she's joining us. And then, of course, Peter and Lars and Taylor Talks Comics. Who else is going to be there? I'm trying to think. Curtis and hopefully Omni Dog, but he has been feeling way under the weather lately for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's not good, but I think he's getting a little bit better. So,
yeah,
and then my buddy
chose Beautiful Darkness in case he was going to be on there to troll him, but I was like, nah, I won't do that.
Living. Oh, I'm choosing it. Living the Line's going to be here too. Yeah, they are.
Oh my gosh,
comic book publisher.
Mark, tomorrow's your birthday.
Well, you know what you got to do, Maddie. Hold on,
What?
let me get the. I got to get the GIF up. All right, there you go.
Happy birthday!
Oh wait, it's Mark. Hold on. There we go, Mark. I got you, Mark. I got
Happy
you.
birthday!
Happy birthday, buddy.
That's my dad.
Let's see here. This year, Halloween fell on a weekend. Me and ghetto boys trick or treating. You ain't going trick or treating, Alex. Ain't nothing wrong with fucking schoolwork. Okay, nerd. You're very welcome, Mark. 65. Congratulations, bud.
Yeah.
If it really is it really X-Men? If it doesn't, what?
Well, chat and everybody. First of all, thank you, Linz, for joining us. Now you have to come on next month. So whenever Omar comes out,
now you just signed a contract, Lynn. So you got.
I'm excited.
Chat, thank you all for being here and hanging out. It's been fun. I hope you have a good Halloween week and weekend. Be safe. Have a good time. Dress up. I won't be here next week because again, I gotta work and do a fancy presentation. So fingers crossed for your girl.
Yeah, you got this, Maddie.
Yeah, you got this.
They won't know I'm a nerd online at all. It won't come across.
They do. They recognize you. Is that Maddie?
I hope not. It happened once in town at a restaurant, and I was like,
really?
Yeah. I got some free desserts for it. So.
Oh, what? That's awesome. I was. I think the craziest place I got recognized was Berlin, like in the streets. And I was with my brothers. So cool. And this guy was like, "Are you?" Because everybody in Europe speaks English. Like I swear, we are so far behind. Everybody speaks like 4 languages over there. And yeah, this guy was like, "Are you the Uncanny Omar?" And I wasn't wearing like an ear conditioned shirt.
Yeah.
I was just walking in the street with my brothers, and I was like, "Yeah, what?" And
that's so random.
Yeah, like I'm like when we go to conventions,
that makes sense. Yeah,
comic book stores, right? That makes sense. But it's still a very humbling experience. Like when it happens. Like I was at TF Con, and I was talking to a friend of mine who has a booth there, and I was with Dan, and this gentleman was right next to me, and we were talking about Transformers for about 5 minutes, and then eventually, I think it was Jim that said, "Omar probably has that Unicron," and I do have that Unicron. And the guy next to me goes, "Wait, are you the fucking Uncanny Omar?" I thought I recognized you. It was really cool, man. I was like,
that's
"Whoa,
cool.
That was awesome." No, it wasn't Max. Max is in the Netherlands. Not all of Europe is the Netherlands. James.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I can see. I don't know where I'm going next year for the work trip, but I'm hoping it's either Amsterdam or Berlin. So.
Go, and everything is a train ride away, like legit. Yeah. You'll wake up one day going, "I think I'm going to Belgium today," and you totally can. It's that cool. Like it's crazy. Oh, what I meant to say is it really?
No, don't fix it. It's too funny.
I kind of like that. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Is it really X-Men?
Okay, Maddie, what you got to say?
I said most of it, but I hope you guys like this video. Comment down below your thoughts about Demon Bear. Hang out with us on Thursday for the Evergreen. And of course, check out Linz's channel because she's great. You gotta help her out because the girl's not going out on Halloween. And this is her socializing. So go support her. And I hope you all have a good night. And we'll see you all next time.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Hey, Linz, I gotta